Out of all the guys that I had, Sullivan played overseas. You know what I'm saying? Charles played in the NBA. You know, my whole team at one time, the crazy part about this, my whole team, which I'm proud of, and nobody can take away from me, that my whole team went to college. And at one time, I had 12 graduations to go to. No, 10 graduations to go to. You know, and my claim to fame is that all these guys graduated with masters.
What was the first team that you like really started to feel like you was, you know, you became that coach? You know what I'm saying? That they like, nah, I want to play for Kenny. You know?
Oh, well, I mean, with me it started. Actually, the one who got my best team together for me was Booger. He knew everybody. He knew everybody before I did. So I went to one of his games when he was playing with the Broncos, and the first known basketball player I got when I started way before Soul in the Hole was I picked up Sheldon Jefferson. And we was playing in this big tournament called Housing Authority tournament. Back then, that was like a big tournament. And he said, was talking to Sal, but Boog was talking to him. And Boog said, Ken, you want this guy to play with us? I said, who that? I didn't even know. He said, that's Sheldon Jefferson. Again, who that? Didn't know who he was. But I went to one of his games when he went to Lachlan. Then I saw him play, and I was like, oh my God, I got to get this kid. So I saw him play again, and he was playing with the Broncos. He said to me, I know he played with Riverside. So he said, I know he didn't play with the Broncos, but they needed another player, so he played with the Broncos for that time. And they were winning. I said, Sellers like a real, how would I put it, confident dude, almost arrogant. But he could play. And I said, if you shoot the ball from half court, I'll buy you a pair of Jordans. Not thinking he was going to do it. And he did it. And the crazy part about it, went in. So I said, are you crazy like that? So he said, what about my Jordans? I said, well, I used to work at Tom, Dick, and Harry, so that wasn't a problem. So I said, all right, come on. He said, what are we going? I said, we're going to drive the Tom, Dick, and Harry. I'm gonna get the promise out, the bet I gave you. So he thought I was crazy. He said, you serious? I said, yeah. So I took him, Tom, Dick, and Harry. I got him to Jordan. So I said to him, you know you play for me now, right? He's like, word? I said, yeah, you playing with me now. So he said, okay. So, you know, then when I walked in the gym on Bushwick Avenue, Kenny Pretlow, which is he coaches with Thomas Jefferson. And he was coaching with Riverside at the time. So he said, how'd you get him? I said, don't worry about that, right? Then that's how my team started building from Sheldon Jefferson. Right after that, I got Charles Jones. And before I asked Charles to play with me, I watched him and Sel play against each other. Charles Jones and Bam with the Bishop Ford.
Hold on. Who is Charles Jones? Can you give a little more?
Oh yeah, of course. Charles Jones was All-American in high school. He went on to Rutgers University, you know, and was a hell of a player. And when I got Charles, I knew I reached that plateau where nobody could really play with us. You know, because I already had Jason Hoover went to Manhattan College, Javon Moore, which is Bam, went to Canisius, with Boogs went to Westerhouse, Raheem Cotton went to East New York. So this team was really coming together, and we played in Housing Authority. I think we lost in 5 years. We may have lost maybe one game, if that.
And that was the first game that y'all played for Housing?
Yeah. Or? I was in Housing previous to that, but we wasn't that good. But when I got those guys, it just took off. You know, and I got my team. I got my team jackets, and it was red and white jackets, and and the back of their jacket said "Shut him down," and the front had Kenny King and their name on it. So our next game, we went to our game in Bushwick again, and this I couldn't believe. We walked Sal, Charles, Booger, Jason Hoover, Bam, Kaheem, and a couple other guys. We walked in the gym, and the other team said, "We playing them?" It was like a double elimination. He said, "We playing Kenny King?" So the guy said, "Yeah." They forfeited to go to the next round, to go to the losing bracket. I said, if y'all win, you'll have to play us sooner or later. And I found it strangely that they respect us that much that they didn't want to play us. I said, all right, fine with me. You know, to the next, you know, after we played the Housing Authority, that was the last time we ever played high school basketball. We played in high school in the high school division. After that, I thought we were too good to play high school division. You know, but then I went on and I played in Dennis Miller tournament. God bless the day. I played in Dennis Miller tournament, and they was like, "Yo, Ken, we gonna play in this?" I said, "Yeah, we gonna play. Get to play." Because Dennis Miller was a personal friend of mine and one of my role models, so I couldn't tell him no. We played in that, and the crazy part about that was that we beat everybody. And for the All-Star game, it was my team against the whole league. And we killed them. So I told him, I said, the best part about that is that we get to beat all y'all at one time. And I mean, they had a good team, but they couldn't mess it up. So I had everything. Then I got Kevin Simmons, which was he was the Christ the King High School. He took off for me, and then I mean, I was at that time I was just getting into playing college basketball, playing in the college division, high school kids now, and we ran through everybody. I didn't know how great a team I had until I stopped coaching them. You know, and they had me so spoiled that I had to make sure they looked good when they played good. So I always said to myself, if y'all play good, I'm gonna make y'all look good. You know, and again, I was working in a sneaker store, so I can get sneakers for them for almost nothing. So I ordered the red and black Scottie Pippens years ago, and it was sneakers that Duke was wearing. I ordered those for them too. So we looked good and we played good, and everybody wanted to play with me. And then at one time, one of the kids said that was watching us play. He said, "Ken, can I work for you?" I said, "What do you mean work for me?" He said, "You know, you hustle, right?" Again, what you talking about hustle? I said, I got 2 jobs. He said, "You don't sell drugs?" I said, "No." "What makes you say that?" "Everybody thought you sell drugs." I said, "No, I don't sell drugs. That's the last thing I do." And I had another story that when I went to Selden Jefferson's game, and Sal said, "Kenny," Sal was my man. We had got real tight. He said, "Kenny, I get $20. I want to go get something to eat." So I gave him to it. And the coach from Riverside, which is Lloyd, that runs Riverside, he called Sal Mother and said, "Sal is messing with this drug dealer." And his mother said, "Describe the drug dealer." And she described it. He said, "That's not a drug dealer, that's Kenny. That's a personal friend of Selden." But then at that time they had left to go to, oh my God, what? I won't say, it was somewhere far. I don't know if it was Germany or whatever. I don't know exactly where it was, but the whole Riverside team was going. And what they did was that instead of wearing Riverside jackets, they wore my jackets. And Anya Lloyd came up to Selden and Kevin Simmons and said, "You wear that drug dealer jacket, but you won't wear mine." And they told me, "He's not a drug dealer. Why do you think he's a drug dealer?" You know, I sold alcohol because I worked in a liquor store, but I wasn't no drug dealer. I just couldn't understand why he would say that to me, because I had so much respect for him that the way, you know, he got Selden and Christ the King. I mean, in Laughlin, he got Kevin Simmons and Christ the King. He got Charles and Bishop Ford along with Bam. So, you know, I have so much respect for the man, Like, why would you call me out my name? You don't know what I really do. You know, and that kind of pissed me off. But I let it go. You know what I'm saying? I let it go.
Right. Let's also the soul in the whole tournament. Like how did
that wasn't a tournament? Oh yeah, that was a tournament. Yeah, you're right. It was no. You're right. I'm sorry. Go ahead now.
Okay, what was the soul in the whole? Like, how did you get involved with the soul in the whole?
Okay, I went there because it's not far from where I used to live in Tompkins Projects. It's not far from where I used to live. So when I went there, I liked the atmosphere there, and Sheldon came to me like a day before and said, "Kid, you're not getting in the hole, right?" He used to call soul in the hole, the hole. I said, "Nah, we're not getting in the hole. Why?" He said, "Okay, I want to play. I'm playing with somebody." I said, "Okay, go ahead." So he played with this particular team. I forgot the name of the team, but he played with a team. I wound up getting in it to the next day. So he said, "Ken, you said you wasn't going to get in." I said, "I changed my mind. I like the atmosphere here." So when I got in the tournament, I told the commissioner of the tournament, I said, "Listen, one of my players played one game. If I got to pay a fine for him, whatever I got to pay for him, but I want him to play with us." Ironically, we both want to be in the he wanted to be in the championship. I want to be in the championship. They beat us. The only time I ever lost in Soul in the Hole. They beat us, and as anyone watched the movie, they Soul in Soul in the Hole. The guy said, "Just put their asses on the floor." You know what I'm saying? They're young. They're not put them on the floor like not. So Shell's like, "Oh, whoa. We're not doing that." You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna beat them, but we're not hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? So he spoke up like that. But he's like, "Ken, man," I said, "Sel, play your regular game against us. Don't worry about it." So he played a hell of a game. Played a hell of a game. I wish he was with us, but that was my fault.
And how would you prepare these guys?
Let me tell you
something. To go at another team that you heard that was good, but that you had guys that on your team was great. Like, how did you mentally prepare them?
For that particular game against Sal, I told him, I said, "Guys, we know how Sal play. They were way bigger than us. They were way bigger than us, and God bless the dead of a guy named Dre and Ron Moore playing against us. And Dre had a defect arm, a short arm. And I told Jason, "Jason, attack that arm." He said, "Ken, come on, man." I said, "No, either attack the arm or I'm taking you out." And he attacked that arm. They had to take Dre out. But it's crazy. That particular team I had was like no other. That was the best team I ever coached in my life. And when they stopped playing, I stopped coaching. I'm just starting to coach now. But
you get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, I'm coaching. Yeah. Everybody, what I like about the community is that I got the respect from the community that normally drug dealers get. Like somebody that's known, that's big in the community, that's doing. I got that same kind of respect, but I don't sell drugs. And I used to work at a liquor store, and right now, like I said, the respect I had in the community, I wouldn't change that for nothing in the world. That was my goal, and I loved it.
So if you could say something to the youth now, that the way how everything going and how people are trying to really target this basketball, what would you give them?
Let me say this real quick. I had a player that was the best point guard I ever had. It was the best point guard in the city. I don't care who you can put up against, and that's Boogs. No, Boogs played against Kareem Reed, Stephon Marbury, Jamal Tinsley, and had Jamal Tinsley and Booger in the backcourt uptown. And Boogs was NBA material, but he didn't make it because he he wanted the streets more than the basketball. And that's it, you know. And and when Booger came to live with me, and he did, you know, he didn't make it. It bothered me. It really bothered me.